Library Commons area of Holyoke, Massachusetts, in front of the Presbyterian Church. It was made in the year 1888. It's in the Richardsonian Romanesque style. He had died 2 years earlier, but his associates kept many plans, and they kept this type of plan going for a lot of churches around New England. And this beautiful church is designed in that style. It was an Episcopal church for about 120 years before they moved out to Granby. Now notice in the very top gable, you got these straight edges of the windows, but you have very cool looking horizontal bands. And you got 4 red ones, and then it starts with the interlaying masonry of the red and white granite, then the brownstone. And then the second floor look has that big window in the middle, and then the small ones off to the side. Very Romanesque looking. And Richardsonian loved this kind of style. And then the stained glass is pretty beautiful, but if you go inside, the stained glass does look beautiful, but the rest of the church is very plain looking. And I guess that's what Presbyterian churches like. Now, if you look to the side, there's a little tower here, and that's very Romanesque look, but Richardsonian Romanesque style included a lot of those elements. Now, the next building along in this Library Commons on Chestnut Street is the 1920 Masonic Guild. Masonic Temple was made to house 3 Masonic lodges, and it has basically 4 stories to it. It's still heavily used by many groups. And if you go inside, there's some really cool looking rooms inside there. The building itself just turned 100 a couple years ago. And there's only 1 lodge yet, but they still love their Masonic temple. Now, of course, our next right is both the old Holyoke Library and the modern Holyoke Library attached to each other. It's very well made in this way. The new part was from 10 years ago. Now, as we look even more towards the right, there's the Sons of Zion Synagogue at the corner of Maple and Cabot. That used to be the French Protestant church until they put the northern addition to it and made the facade about 15 feet bigger. It turned it into a synagogue for the Jewish congregation. Now, if you look to even more to the right, you see the Hiram Lawrence Elementary School. Gorgeous school, very well built. It's built in 1927 and is still in great shape, still functional, has a school for the elementary school students. You can see the beautiful windows all around it, and it really counterpoised to the last element, which is not there anymore. The last corner is the southwest corner, where it's now empty throughout the city block. That was the location of the Perpetual Help Church that burned in the year 1998. And sadly, because that church was built in a very unique style, as a rural Quebec Catholic church was. Now, if you come on this tour, I hope you put all the videos together that belong to this library tour, because each part helps you and guides you along the way. The tour itself is made by the library, and they also have a tree tour that goes with it. And you probably notice a few of the trees here are very beautiful, and that has a separate tour, very well maintained, also on the library site. So thank you for coming on this tour.